Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. You join us from Manchester Piccadilly on the ATS MAC route, the Manchester Airport commuter. We're in the 158 and we are going to be heading down to Manchester Airport. So let's hop in. I have sort of set it up already. Just awaiting time here, which we've got about, 10 more seconds or so. And we've got a weird calling pattern as well. We're calling it East Didsbury, Held Green, and then Manchester Airport. So a bit of a funny calling pattern, as in we sort of skip a couple of stops, stop, skip another stop, then stop, and then yeah. It's the ScotRail 158 as well. I assume in 2018 when this is set, I assume northern, because this is meant to be a northern service. Perhaps they borrowed some ScotRail units. Right, let's get the doors shut. And we'll be off out of here. Safety systems are on as well. As we wait. Right. Let's go. The rain will show up in a minute. We're under some sort of tiny little canopy, so the rain doesn't actually show on the wind. There we go. And here's all the rain. I thought we'd do. Yeah, we've had enough of the blazing sun, so I thought we'd do a nice run in the rain. Which obviously does make visibility a lot lower. Which, as we're new to the route, hopefully we'll be alright. Let's get a little running and brake test. The PIS actually does say Manchester Airport on it as well. Nice. Yeah, nice to actually get a bit of driving in on the ScotRail 158, as it doesn't really do much really. It's really only for the Edinburgh-Glasgow route. Which, I mean, this train's meant to be for the 5 circle, but for some reason we still don't have the 5 circle 158 timetable. Almost feels like that's just been abandoned. That's been, what, a year or so now, almost? We're up to 45. So we're going to be skipping out Moldeth Road and Burnage. They're the 2 stations we skip. And then we then skip Gatley in between East Didsbury and Held Green. Yeah, a bit of a funny calling pattern, but yeah. Cool. There's Ardwick station there on the left, which I think, even with the AI, I don't think gets any services. No. Cool. So down to 45, that will be when we then come off the junction to go onto the stile line. Which is it's basically after the depots. So this is then Longside depot coming up, so after this we'll start slowing down for the 45. Cool. We're moving 75 miles an hour here. Well, that's if you are sort of continuing on towards Stockport. We have to slow right down. Which is no actually prior warning to coming across the junction here. I'm not sure if you're meant to get flashing yellows or maybe even approach control. You usually go from a green straight to just a green with a junction indicator. There's no sort of pre-warning that you're going to be going via the stile line. whether that's right or wrong. So if you're doing a slow service in the 323, you might end up going left here, which then takes you across the fast lines onto, well, I suppose sort of the up slow. There's a Pendo. So we're saying goodbye to the main line, which we will not see again. Round the corner. And up to 75. There we go, that's a 75. So basically now, let's go. So yeah, Moldef Road and Burnage, they're the ones we're skipping. So we've got 2 stations we're skipping, and then we're stopping at the one after that. And they're all relatively close to one another as well. Let's zoom ahead. Let's get a flyby shot through Moldef Road. The pronunciation's probably not correct. Moldef Road, Moldef Road. That's even if we got the station name correct. Here it is here. It is, yeah, Moldef Road. Moldef Road. So whizzing through this one, on this miserable summer's, was it morning or afternoon? Morning. And it's all downhill as well, so that'll sort of help us build the speed up. So we'll just take the power off. Then once we go through Burnage, we'll then start sort of preparing for East Didsbury. Still yet to go past Manchester Airport down to Wilmslow via Stile. We're yet to do that. That's on the to-do list. Not too far to East Didsbury. Obviously the conditions aren't that favourable, so we're not really going to get much notice of the station when it does finally appear. Well, no, it's not that. It's not that much further. So we'll just take it steady. Here it is here. It's not far at all. It's got a little bit step free here. So it's downhill. There are only 2 coaches. Well, so we are near enough down to the end anyway. There isn't a 2, so we'll go to the 3. A little bit slippery. Right, there we go. This is East Didsbury. Yeah, we're actually late as well. Brilliant. Is anyone actually going to get on? No, no one's interested. Or maybe they can't be bothered to walk up the platform. They'll wait for the next one. Onwards to the next stop. So we're skipping out Gatley. Yeah, Held Green. That's the next one. As we get the door shut. Down 1 in 246 here. Right, forward. let's go. Hopefully I don't sound too tired. It was a 3 AM alarm today, and it's now 5 PM. So basically half asleep. And it's boiling as well, which doesn't help. There's still one line which I really need to get back to. I keep thinking about it, is the North London line. We haven't done that in months. We must do that at some point soon. How's everyone finding this route now? It's been out a few days. Enjoying it still? Not your cup of tea? Is it quite your cup of tea? How's everyone finding it? What do you think of ATS's debut to TSW? Over the motorway. Right, so this is Gatley, I think, appearing through the mist. So we're not stopping at this one. Going through. A little bit of a gap down to Held Green. I'm not going to go too far, so I just don't really want to come across the station all of a sudden just ahead of us, and we've got to slam the brakes on. That wouldn't be any good. So we got a slightly more steady speed. I was looking at my phone quickly. Cool. Is this the station coming out? I know it's after a bridge. Can't be too much further. Again, they're all quite close to one another. So yeah, nice and steady until we actually know this route well. We got a warning for a 40, that's for the junction going across into Manchester Airport. So that sort of gives away where Held Green is. Yeah, it's literally just here. So you couldn't start braking where the 40 is unless you were in maybe the 323. You might get away with it. Quite a concealed station. Yeah, the one before the airport. Right, go to the 4 to 3 again. I don't think there is a 2 here. Or if there is, they're blocking it. And here we are. This is Held Green. Cool. Right. Let's do the doors. Just take a while to open as the guard opens them up. There we go. I'm only still about a minute late. That's not too bad. That's bearable. And then onwards to Manchester Airport. So the guards at this door now. Lovely. So we get the buzz. And then onwards to our final stop of Manchester Airport. I'm trying to think of how you drive these sprinters. It's like 3, 5, 7 on the power controller. Well, that's how you're meant to drive them. Right, so we got up to 40. I think this service said about 19 minutes, so we should be there in about 3 minutes or so. There's a 323 coming down from the airport. Cool. Usual section as well. Right, across the points we go, so that will take you down to Stile, Wilmslow and Alderley Edge. But we're going this way. Which, yeah, Manchester Airport, according to you guys' comments on, I think it was the Manchester Airport video, is actually quite a busy airport. Apparently they've got the 3rd busiest in the UK. Had no idea. You sort of think of Gatwick, Heathrow, sort of the big ones, and everything else is sort of just small. And apparently Manchester Airport is one of the busier ones. Right up to 50. And down to 25 coming into the station, although we want to ideally be going about 15 on entering the platform. But no, still lots to do on this. We've still got to do the EMT 158, still got the 150 and 153 to do. The Sunday timetable, still got to do that. There's lots and lots to do. Hang on, a little bit over there. Got to about 52 there, which is not good. Platform 2 we're coming into, coming down to 25. This is going to slow down in time. Oh, that's a 40. Oh yeah, here we are. I'm zooming in quite a bit. Again, we are sort of new to this, so yeah, want to make sure we try and do it right. And yeah, 15 miles an hour entering the platform as we are, well, there's buffer stops here. Oh, there's a 153 in there at the moment, talking to the devils, there they are. We'll do that. Maybe in the next video we'll do the 150, the 153. A quite cool concept is you'll get like 3 153s and then a 150. In fact, there you've got 2 150s and then a 153. Cool, nice and steady up to the buffers. There we go, this is Manchester Airport. That is a run from Piccadilly down to the airport again. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links can be found in all of the usual places. Discord, PayPal, merch store. As well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards and the 5% off coupon. Apart from that, thanks for coming in, thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key to show it off. See you all next time, see you all, take care, bye guys.